Hello out there to all of my gifted and to all of my chosen. Welcome to another day at the Academy with your fellow servant Robbie G. So today I want to do a video on producers and consumers. It's going to be a good one, man. Let me break it down for you real simple, real quick. First thing first, a producer is a creator, is a king, is those who create for others. But they also can be a demon. It can be godly producers and they can be demon producers. A demon producer will be someone who creates for evil, for greed, for their own benefits, not for the benefits of others or the community. A godly producer is someone who creates for the benefit of all, who creates good fruits to give out to those who's around them and those who can benefit. A producer will be an example of a consumer would be an example of those who eat other consumers and those who eat other producers, those who only consume and those who only buy products and materials and anything else that producers create. Consumers are the ones who is usually presented to. Now, this can be a good and bad thing because apparently we all need things. So we all need other producers to help do things that we can't do, such as create things that we can't create. So if I got oranges and I need apples and you got apples and you need oranges, then we can trade and we can get down to business, making me a consumer, making you a producer, and vice versa. So apparently we need both. But what things get real tricky is when we consume too much and we don't produce enough. God has created us to be creators, whatever you want to call it. God, the universe, the energy, the force, whatever you want to call it. But we were created to create. So if we're not creating, all we're doing is consuming, we fall into our lower selves automatically because we usually fall into materialistic wealth. And from there, it can get real tricky, man. We turn into demons ourselves, or as you want to call it, we go into our lower self. If you want to speak science. So anyway, the point of it being is we need to produce as much as we consume. We call it the 80-20 rule. 80% produce, 20% consume. But in the world we live in there now, only thing we do is 80% consume and probably 20% produce. And producing would be going to work, which is a job that's probably slaving for another producer. So pretty much we all the way out of whack. So like I always say, man, I go through these videos one time, one take. So bear with me if I make any mistakes. I'm sorry. I don't rehearse this. I just go straight to the point. So I'm sorry. Bear with me. So anyway, we need to figure out how we need to get back to being producers and stop consuming so much. Consuming has left us trapped in materialistic things, forgetting about the spiritual part of it. The spiritual part is creating. You need energy to create. As long as you're consuming, you have no energy. You're burnt out. You're tired. You're stressing. So anyway, we're going to get right into this video, man. It's going to be a good one, so bear with me. And welcome to the Gifted Academy. Oh, let's do it. Oh, woo.
Look at us, look what we have become, like animals, maybe even less than. Look at the lengths we'll go just to catch a sale on televisions that's used to tell us visions with TV programs that we use to control ourselves by using remote controllers. We destroy our health by consuming fast food because we refuse to take the slow way by making our own. The producer sit at the top, he laughs as the dough pours in day by day and night by night. Look how we stand outside for shoes, for purses, for video games, for toys and other things that's unnecessary. Pulling all-nighters for cell phones. Investing the same paycheck that we made from our hard work right back into the owner's pockets. He flies private across the wilderness, popping champagne and mocking us, laughing all the way to the bank. After you run out of cash, here they come again with credit cards, this time making sure you can't escape the matrix, ever. Look at us chained down to materials, completely lost into our desires. Look at us chained down to debt, an educational system that never was meant for us, but instead was meant to make us more of a consumer and more of a slave. But as long as you get to wave that piece of diploma paper to your family, you're happy, right? Wrong. You're broke, you're depressed, you're miserable. In the back of your mind, you know it's worthless, but what can you do when you don't know any other way but to smile through the pain? The wolves watch us, they waiting to devour until you are lifeless, until you are hopeless. But even then, they got a pill company for depression. Or look at you who want to buy nice houses, who want to own your own, just so everybody can see you stunned, right? Wrong. The only thing that shines is tears hidden behind your ego that's screaming to be helped. Welcome to the Monopoly board where it was set up for you to lose. Even when you think you winning, you lose. The only ones that make it out of the rat race is the gifted and chosen.
Robbie, oh King Robbie, I heard you're a son of God. I want to know the truth. Can you show me the way? Woo! Welcome to the classroom. Y'all already know you in the right place. So I hope you guys enjoyed my presentation. I hope it was good. I hope y'all enjoyed that. I hope y'all learned something from that. And I hope you guys learned something from this portion of it as well. I'm going to be going a little bit more in depth about consumers and producers. Now, I'm not going to be talking about the animals and the trees and nature as far as producers and consumers. I'm going to be sticking strictly to human beings, to us, as far as being producers and consumers. Let's get that straight. Another thing I want to get straight is this. If you guys hear me talking about religion, I am not religion. I am not religious at all. I only talk about religion because religion came from science and philosophy. It's a mixture of both. Again, religion, the Bible, the Quran, the whatever book, whatever religious texts you read or that you know of, they all came from science and philosophy. That's what I focus on mainly. Science and philosophy. I use the religions to break it down in a way that you guys understand. Okay? Get that simple. Another thing, I got my notes right here ready. So if you guys catch me looking down, I'm only looking at my notes. I have everything in my head. But for this part, this portion of the classroom, I like to break it down in depth, step by step. So I like, make sure I got everything in order. Bear with me, please, my people. Like y'all already do. I love y'all. So anyway, we're going to start off like this. What is a producer? The human producer. The human producer is a king, is a creator, is a God, the one who was put here on earth to create for others. That's the original concept of why we were born. Okay? That's why we were on earth, to create, to be our own kings, and to create for others. Okay? Now, also with that being said, we are gods. The creator created us to create. So we are gods. Let's get that straight. Not the religion part of it, which is I'm a god and I'm here to rule over everything. No, that's earthly, man-made bullcrap that was created by these organizations and these secret societies to confuse y'all. We are all gods to ourselves first and foremost, because God is just a word. The word God means power. Another word. Don't get lost into these words. Words are spells. I got other videos that'll break that down later. But right now we're going to focus on this. So remember, don't get confused when I use words like God, kings. These are just words. I'm describing the power that's inside all of us. Let's keep going. Okay, check it out. Now, in man's term, a producer is a breadwinner. That's what we call breadwinners, producers, ones who go out and get it, go get us. This is producers. And consumers are the ones who consume the breadwinners. You see what I'm saying? They consume the breadwinners in themselves because they're not producing. They're just waiting. These are the ones we call the beggars, the lazy, the greedies. These are all those. They're the consumers. They want to consume, but they don't want to produce. So let's get that straight as well. Producers is the breadwinners in man's terms. Again, these are words. Anyway, so a godly producer is those who create good fruit for the people. For example, would be creating these videos. I'm producing these videos for the people, free of charge, free. I'm producing for you guys to help give you guys the truth. Now, a demon producer, another word. Don't get lost in demons and red horns. Don't get lost in that that's foolishness. That's what's been tricked. That's what's been thrown upon you to trick you and keep you confused.
A demon producers is those who create things that we don't need, that actually hurts us. Now, sometimes they create because even they don't have understanding what they're doing. So they might create something that hurts us, but they might not truly understand that. So that's one way. Another way is those who know what they're doing and they do it on purpose to hurt us because they want the money, they want the power. These are the demon producers. Whatever you, again, don't get it confused with the red horns and these creatures running around here. Don't get it confused. All of this is done by the elites, by the secret organization, these secret societies, as we call the Illuminati. Just more words. Don't get confused by the word. It's real meanings behind this stuff. I got other videos later. I'll break that all down for y'all. That's coming. That's coming very soon. I'm tearing that one down. So anyway. So what you think the devil is isn't what the devil is. We've been taught that the devil was these creatures. They coming in the dark, they under the beds. No. These are all illusions created by Hollywood. Hollywood is an illusion set up to keep you slave mentally. I'll break that down in another video. Or if you want to, you can go and do your own research on that. Go in YouTube, go research the Hollywood actors coming out telling you about this stuff. It's called the MK Ultra. I'll break that down in depth. I got a true understanding of all of these things. A true understanding of all of these things. But anyway, so these demon producers, they produce a lot of stuff to keep you down. That's the whole point. The elites at the top, they want to keep you down. The demon producers underneath them, they just trying to make money. So it's two different levels. The elites want to keep you down. They want to control the world. They think this is a true game. Now, the ones under them, like the millionaires, maybe some billionaires, these are just producers who want to sell you products. They don't care about none of the other stuff. They just want you to buy so they can get rich. But again, the ones who sit higher than them, they got a whole plan for this stuff. So it's like I used to say, it's like slavery. You got the bank, you got the slave owner, you got the slave master. Then you got, the banks, the slave master. Then you got the shepherds, the ones who will be, in the fields, who will stand guard over the slaves. Then you got the slaves. This is the system. The system is the same as now. You got the CEO. Then you got your presidents. Then you got your store manager. Then you got your manager. Then you got you or whoever, just a worker. So you see how the system never changed. The physical force changed, but the system never changed. It just went from physically beating you to mentally beating you. So let's get that all straight. I got another video breaking that down too, baby. So anyway, now the pros and cons of, a consumer, a godly consumer is someone, who just gets what they need and get out the way. You see what I'm saying? We were supposed to only eat healthy anyway. We weren't supposed to be eating meats. Now, that doesn't mean that you got to go, vegan, because yes, we were eating fish. Don't get it concerned when I say, don't get it twisted when I say meat. That doesn't always mean all meats. There's different types of meats. I don't know which meats. I wasn't born back then, so I can't tell you that. But I can just tell you that from my experiences, me eating healthy, plant-based diets, little bit of fish, very, very small amounts of chicken. I actually cut the chicken out because the chicken is chemical down. It's not natural. So if I do eat chicken, man, it'd be real small, and I feel horrible after that. More horrible mentally. Like I'd be like, man, why did I eat that? So that's that, I'm working on myself, defeating my desires all the way to the bottom. You know what I'm saying? It's a process, but I'm on it every single day. You see what I'm saying? So anyway, I barely eat the meat. Fish, I eat that, but not a lot. Not a lot of fish. And a lot of this stuff, like I said, is chemical down. So we gotta be natural. You see what I'm saying? So a godly consumer is someone who tries to consume as much natural stuff as they can, even though it's all
chemical down. We try to get what we can, at least what we can get back to the very essence of the foods. So that might mean you need to go to Whole Foods. We need to start spending money on healthy things and learning about what's healthy. We can't just sit there and say, man, it's all dead. It's all chemical down. I'm just going to eat whatever. No, you will catch all these diseases. You see what I'm saying? It ain't no, we've been taught, oh, it runs in the blood. Oh man, my grandmother had it, I'm gonna get it. You know why? Because you keep eating the same things your grandmother ate. That's why. So it's not that it runs in the blood, it's because you keep doing the same thing from these traditions she put on you or they put on you. Let's get that straight. Ain't no such thing. Oh, cancer runs in my family. No, y'all keep eating and doing stuff out of the same recipe book. You see what I'm saying? See how this works? This is real life. So anyway, like I said, I'm not trying to offend nobody. I just bring the truth on the table. So take it for what it is. I don't judge you. And if you know me, you know I don't judge. Whatever you do is what you do. It is what it is. I just bring you the truth to help you, to better you. So anyway, let's keep moving on. So we broke down a godly producer. We broke down a demon producer. We broke down a godly consumer. And we're going to break down a demon consumer. A demon consumer is someone who continues to buy things they don't need and consume things they don't need when they're not producing anything. What ends up happening is these people fall into their lower selves because you have to be balanced. You have to produce and you have to consume. But if all you're doing is consuming, then you're eating everything up. You're not producing anything. So we would say, oh man, it's not enough for everybody. It's a dog eat dog world. With that attitude, that's what makes you a demon. Again, it's just the word. Don't get lost into religion stuff. Basically, what I'm telling you is you who's messing up the life for us. And at times, me too, messing up the life for you. See how this works? It ain't no dog eat dog world. It's only like that because we refuse to step into our higher selves. We take it as an excuse for others are doing that. And we say, man, I'm going to do it too. No, someone got to stand up for what's right. See how this works? So a demon consumers, they keep consuming things. You know you don't have the money. You know your kids need to eat. Instead of buying them some healthy food, or instead of even buying them some food, you rather buy them some Jordans. Again, I don't judge you. I'm just telling you the truth. You rather buy them these designers that these producers are creating for you to buy. While you buying, they taking your money to the bank, as I showed you in the presentation already. You work for them because they own the companies. They own the company you work for. You work for them, they give you the paycheck. You give the paycheck right to them back. Because they can own McDonald's and Nike. Don't get it twisted. These top companies own pretty much every bottom company. You see what I'm saying? So just because you buy, Nike, Under Armour, whatever you buy, Prada, Louis Vuitton, Michael Kors, whatever you buying, just because you work at Menards, Walmart, these people own those companies as well. So you getting a check and giving it back to them. That's how it works. It's like a hamster wheel. You doing like this. And you like, man, how can I get off? You can't. Cause you ain't figured it out yet that you on the wheel. How can those seek light when they don't even know they're in darkness? Let's move on. So anyway, we got to stop consuming, man. When at least we going to consume, we got to produce. By going to work every day at 9 to 5, that ain't producing nothing. Like I told you, you just working to get another check to give back to the guy who owns the job. It's simple. If you work for yourself, then you the boss. And you take your checks and you can go and you give it away and consume, but you're producing. See how this works? Even if you work for a company, whatever company it can be, if you use your money on buying things that you need that makes you healthy. Whether it be for ladies, your beauty regimens, fellas, whatever it can be. But the wrong thing to do is buy material things, especially clothes and shoes. Fellas, women aren't impressed by your clothes and your shoes. Only low-level women care about these things. Because honestly, you both are lost. Real women don't care about that. Women run off emotions. That's why guys always say, why can't I understand a woman? Because you don't understand yourself. Women don't run off that stuff. Women run off emotions. That's why you see a lot of guys who don't have nothing. I don't talk about nobody, but who might not be the best looking person, but they got beautiful women because they understand how it works. It's emotions. Women want to be emotionally stimulated. So that's why you can't understand them. Because men, we are logical creatures. We're supposed to be logical so we can create. And we're emotional as well. But women are strictly emotional. Now, I'm not saying a woman can't be logical. Don't get it twisted. But I'll break that down in another video. But fellas, you're wasting your life on a hamster wheel. You're working by clothes to impress a woman. You can't say you're impressing yourself, because if you was the only person here on earth, would you work that hard to buy that stuff for you? No, let's stop with the crap, man. Let's get real. It's time to wake up. Well, if not, like I told you in the presentation, not everybody's gifted and chosen to understand what I'm saying. And not everybody's even gifted enough to even want to change. So this is a process. But I'm assuming since you're watching my video, you want to know, baby. You've been with me for a while now. So you want to know. So let's get down to the truth. So anyway, let's move on. I'm sorry. See, this is why I got to write my notes down, because I go off, man. I go off. Y'all already know I go off because I love bringing y'all the truth, because I know it's one kid out there who needs this, one person. I was the kid looking for this, and I didn't know. My parents didn't know. My grandparents didn't know. My brothers and uncles, nobody knew. Everybody told me to go into the system because that's all they knew. But I broke the line in my generation. In my gene pool, I'm the one that broke the line now. So now we can get back on track with my family, the future generations. Now we back. So what I speak, these videos are going to go to them years later for them. And we going to start. But so it starts with you. You got to accept the information, process it, apply it, walk the path. Don't just know this and say, oh, yeah, I know. And you ain't walking the path. Walk it and teach the younger generation. That's all you supposed to be doing. If you're not doing that, you're not teaching, then you're consuming. Simple as that. If you're not producing, you're consuming. And that's why you feel like your life is worthless. Well, man, when is it going to end, man? One day I'm gonna be rich. One day you in a continuous hamster wheel forever until you get the point. Moving on. Now, the cons of both are this. A consumer really doesn't produce, as I said. Instead, they drown in their desires. And they usually fall into envy, into jealousy, into hate, into complainers, into savages and destroyers of themselves and others. Again, in science, this is the lower self, the traits of the lower self on the chakra pool. In religion, this is what God's explaining as the demons. See how they both go hand in hand? Hand in hand, baby. Now, cons of being a producer is they destroy themselves with greed, with pride, with dishonesty, with they cater their life around objects made by man's hands, and they never able
and they never really able to produce good fruits for others because they so lost in the mind. Once you get lost in your mind, it's pretty much over for you. Your mind gonna run like a wild monkey for the rest of your life. And if you blessed, and if you pure at heart, maybe God will give you a shot to get it back. But if not, your mind gonna run, boy. It's gonna run. You ain't gonna be able to stop your thoughts. You might stop it for a week vacation somewhere and come back home. There you go. You finally get some relaxation time. Go off somewhere. There you go. You see how this works? You got to keep running from yourself to get this peace of mind, but you never can. So you on the wheel. Get understanding, my people. Let's keep moving. Now, it's a middle way in both these. The balance between the higher and the lower. This is the balance. This is the glory of the middle way. An example would be, one second. Example would be the fact I love writing. Producers and I also love reading others in writing. So producers love reading, consuming, and writing, producing. Consumers, for example, would be I love being bad and I love being good. And since words don't truly exist, I actually just told you I basically love everything. See what I'm saying? No such thing as good and bad. Only what's beneficial to you as an individual. God doesn't have a standard on this is bad, that's bad. No, God has a standard on is this bad for you? Does this hurt you? You only hurting you when anyway, I ain't gonna even jump into that. Okay, so anyway, the beauty in life is all things. Being able to come to a dimension in your mind where you no longer judge anything, any person, anything as good and bad. Once you can overcome good and bad, boy, man, it's a different world. It's a different world. This is what I call heaven mentally. Once you can stop looking, even at this water bottle, for instance, you like Aquafina. I don't drink that. I drink Ice Mountain, or I drink Fiji water. You see, you just judged it. You forgot that it's still liquid. You forgot that you didn't produce the liquid in here. You're just going off a brand. Even if it tastes good or whatever, you know, or you should know, things that taste good are usually chemical down the most. It's the raw essence in life that tastes bitter. That's the trick. Remember that. Once you can get past overcoming these labels, good and bad, and labels and symbols, once you can overcome that and look at it for what it is and just say, that doesn't benefit me, I don't count it as good and bad, it's another world, my people, another world. So anyway, let's keep going. Okay, check it out. I'm gonna read a quote to you. He who wants everything will lose everything every time. For an artist is not a consumer, as commercials urge us to be. An artist is a nurturer and a creator who knows that during the act of creation, there is a collaboration. We do not create alone. It goes back to what I was telling you. If I produce apples and you produce oranges, let's collaborate. We both producers and we both consumers. This is the godly way. But if I got apples and you got oranges, and I tell you, if it's not fair in any way, we're off track. We off track. So when they say life isn't fair, only because they want you to keep saying that, so you can keep being unfair and get stuck in a doggy dog world. You have to say, that's you. My life is fair to me because the things that happened to me was by me. I created that situation. Maybe I did something to someone else and it's coming back to bite me in my ass. Excuse my language. We got to start thinking of things we do, cause and effect, karma. Matter of fact, the word karma doesn't even mean what y'all think it means. But we're going to another video. Cause and effect. If I ask you for $1 or $10 or $20, if you don't give it to me, or if you have it and you don't give it to me, cool. But when you ask someone else, whether it be me or someone else, for $20 and they don't give it to you, do not blame them and say, man, they don't never want to give me money. No, see, you forgot that you didn't want to give money either when you had it. You rather go and you rather spend it on your desires instead of sharing. So now when you really need it, same thing. They might want to get into their desires and not give it. Life works all because of you. You create your own reality. It's simple. Now, this is what happens when you try to cancel all your desires out. After Buddha tried to put all his desires, all of them beneath him, after coming from a life of luxury, he realized that an individual who seeks enlightenment in his pursuit of nirvana, meaning heaven in the mind, nirvana, heaven, these are just feelings. These are mind states. Nirvana, he needs to avoid both sensual self-indulgence as well as self-indulgence. Since he advocated avoiding both these extremes, so he didn't go too far. He kept the balance. He didn't go too far over this way and too far over this way. He stayed in the middle, the glory way. So that's how he did it. He stayed in the middle. That same thing with God in the text, in the Bible. He telling you stay in the middle. What King Solomon said, he said, it's not good to be overly righteous nor overly wise. Why should you destroy yourself? It is not good to be overly wicked. It's not good to be overly wicked nor foolish. So why should one die before his days? It's good you grasp this. Now, I just broke it down to you in 2 different texts. How it's the same message. Moving on. So anyway, this video is getting pretty long, man, so I'm gonna end it. I'm gonna end it before it gets too long. I have some more to go into, but I don't want to make it too long. I'm just gonna end it with this. Get off the treadmill of consumption, replication, and mediocrity. Begin lifting the weights of creativity, originality, and success will follow. The world economy would collapse if a decent number of us were to realize and then act on the realization that it is possible to enjoy many, if not most of the things that they enjoy without first having to own them. You can enjoy everything in life if you don't want the need to own everything. Stop trying to own your own house, own your own car. This ain't doing nothing for you but giving you brownie points to nobody or to somebody else who's doing the same thing as you, who's lost. Brownie points come when you have a peace of mind. Why own all of these things when you have to struggle to pay for these things? Now you can't even live from your heart and do the things you love because now you're going to say, I have too many bills. Same with children. Children are beautiful. Children are a gift. But if you can't afford to take care of yourself, why bring another child into the world? And then when it's time to chase your dreams, your excuse will be, I got to put my kids first. You forgot that you was here before the kids and that you came first. Think about that, man. But anyway, I'm in the video. I love y'all. If you like this video, share it. Get this message out. Let's get people moving. If you enjoyed it, share it. Please share it. Share it. I just want to help people, and I want you to help people too. Put your due diligence in. Put your due diligence in. Like I told you, cause and effect. If you like good things like this, share them on. Share the things you love on. It's better than paying for the things you don't need. I'm giving you this for free. And the only thing I ask you is just to share it. All right? I love y'all. Stay blessed. And remember, once you can overcome yourself, then we can all say, oh, let's do it. Oh, wee. Robbie G.